You said IMF, because actually Bitcoin is the biggest competitor against the banking world at the moment. It can be how do you call it? Not most banks are not happy with Bitcoin. Nicely said.
I'm not sure that's the case. We're seeing banks in Europe offering Bitcoin now.
Oh, but what's IMF's standpoint on Bitcoin at the moment?
It's hard to say, but when El Salvador first came out and when El Salvador announced Bitcoin bonds, the IMF was highly critical and very aggressive. But I think they can't say anything now because it's proven to be the right move and El Salvador is booming. So they can't really keep saying you did the wrong thing when obviously the facts say you did the right thing. And I think they also need to contend with Argentina because you have a very libertarian president there that is going to implement a lot of changes, and I think they could probably be an adopter of Bitcoin too. So IMF can't fight everyone at the same time, and the proposals that we're bringing are very conservative, just 1% of treasury and recognize Bitcoin as foreign currency. You're not implementing some new law that would rock the boat with the IMF.
That's why I'm asking, because at the moment we have to pay the IMF a lot of money, so maybe they decide what happens here.
Well, it depends what the IMF is really after. Do they want you to pay back, or do they want you to be continuously in debt? If they want you to pay back... If you want
my opinion.
If they want you to pay back, they should be welcoming strategies to incentivize economic growth and development in Suriname. They should be welcoming of Bitcoin mining because you can mine and pay them back. But if they want you to be in debt to them forever, they would say, don't do anything with Bitcoin, just borrow more money from us, and we have some suggestions for your country. But that's not a sovereign nation at that point.
True, but it tends to look like they want you to stay in debt.
Oh, well,
it tends to look like that.
Yes.
I'm very careful.
It's clear that money is a tool of control.
Precisely.
And they want to be in control. Let's just put it this way. But on the other hand, El Salvador also has proven, even before implementing Bitcoin, that you can actually run a country without having your own currency and without having that control. So maybe governments should learn to let it go a little bit and not wanting their own currency per definition.
I'm totally up for Bitcoin, so you don't have to convince me. But how do we bring this knowledge to the people? Because we've been speaking about Bitcoin because we all know a little bit about it at least.
That's your job.
And then would you have any suggestions how to bring it out, get it out there a lot more?
I think there's a lot of things happening already. There are groups working on merchant payment solutions. There is mining happening already. There's the project in that village and setting up a Bitcoin economy there. And we are working with the government to educate them and the central bank. And then you're working on educating the people. So it's a multifaceted approach. And I think as you start going down the Bitcoin cycle, more things will happen. More groups will come in. You might have the education program come in, Me Premier Bitcoin. And they could start Bitcoin programs in the schools here to teach the children about Bitcoin. So,
but let's say somebody who has never heard about Bitcoin, what would you recommend they do? What's the first step?
Buy a little bit of Bitcoin.
No, but before they buy, they need to know what they're buying.
Do you?
Usually, yes.
You can buy a few dollars worth and just see it on your phone.
No,
and
but
then
I mean,
send it to your friend.
What I'm trying to say is that a lot of people don't even know what Bitcoin in essence is. You know
but most
I mean?
people also don't really know how money works.
Yeah.
They just have it in their bank account and they trust, but they don't really know how it is working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Do they know what fractional reserve is? Do they know that the money in the bank is not really there, it's lent out?
Do they know rehypothecation?
So I don't really think that everyone in the world...
Everybody makes a run to the bank goes bust immediately because you don't have...
Sure.
You don't even have it.
Sure, they don't even have your money.
No.
Yeah. So we met a guy here in Suriname, and he was asking us a lot of questions, like, do I need an account to get Bitcoin, right? And we said, no, just download a wallet from the App Store. And then Ben sent him $5 over Lightning, and he got it in his wallet. He said, wow, this is in my phone.
Yeah.
And yeah, we said, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And you can now send it to someone else. It's that easy.
Sometimes when you do transactions, how do you call it? The network gets overloads.
Yeah.
Do you also have that with your wallet? Because sometimes it took three or 4 days before you would get your Ethereum or your Bitcoin and everything.
You don't want Ethereum, but
no, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, so we have our Bitcoin Layer 2 wallet, which is Lightning and Liquid. So the way we've developed it, you should not have any bottlenecks or congestion. It'll just work behind the
Congestion,
scenes.
that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are aware of the issues. That's why we built this wallet in this way we structured it. So you can get liquid Bitcoin on the side chain or Lightning Bitcoin, and you won't have to pay the high fees or deal with that congestion.